Thank you for joining us on the newsroom. These are the trending headlines we're tracking at this hour. More than 24 students of the Federal University of Gusau have been abducted in the early hours of Friday after bandits invaded the Sabongida community of the Bugundu local government area of Zamfara State. A resident of Sabongida who confirmed the incident said that the gunmen invaded the community at about 3 a.m. and started shooting sporadically. According to him, 3 students' hostels were attacked and all the students in the hostels were taken away by the bandits. A United States District Judge, Nancy Maldonado, has agreed to stay an order directing the Chicago State University to release the academic document of President Bola Tinubu to the legal team of former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. The hearing came up on Thursday night after the president's lawyers filed an emergency motion seeking a delay in the implementation of the self-effectuating order directing the CSU to comply with Atiku's subpoenas till Monday. As the ultimatum by the Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) to the federal government to address the mass suffering and pains occasioned by the removal of petrol subsidy expires on Friday, the leadership of the Congress is set to meet next week to decide when to begin an indefinite nationwide strike. According to reports, the Minister of Finance, Wale Edun, and the Minister of Labour and Employment, Simon Lalong, alongside the Vice President, Kashim Shettima, are putting together a package including wage awards to be presented to the NLC leadership. In its efforts to reduce the mortality rate of women in Adamawa State, the government is set to begin vaccination of young girls between the ages of 9 and 14 years against the human papillomavirus, which is responsible for cervical cancer in women on Monday. This was disclosed by the chairman of the State Primary Healthcare Agency, Suleiman Bashir, on Friday in Yola. Bashir said the exercise would begin on Monday in the 21 local council areas of the state and is expected to last for 5 days. On business, the daily volume of trade on the Nigerian Exchange Limited has increased by 98% to 1.12 billion units on Thursday as investors lost 35 billion naira at the close of the trading session. Based on NGX data, the surge in the volume of trade was driven by Universal Insurance, which had over 6 million units of its shares worth 134.21 million naira traded in 148 deals. Wando PLC followed with over 100 units of shares valued at 1.46 billion naira exchanged in 1,656 deals. Sudan's army chief has warned the United Nations that months of war in his country could spill over into the region and has called for international pressure to be placed on the paramilitary forces he is fighting, including their designation as terrorists. Army leader Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, speaking at the UN following a string of foreign trips, called on the international community on Thursday to designate the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces (RSF) as a terrorist organization and to target its sponsors outside Sudan's borders, an allusion to ties with Russia's Wagner mercenaries. And on sports, head coach of Nigeria's under-18 women's handball team, Shitu Agbola, says the team will not give Egypt too much respect when both clash in the semi-finals of the ongoing Africa Women's Youth Handball Championship in Monastir, Tunisia on Friday. Both countries have qualified for the 2024 IHF Women's Youth World Championship in China. It is the first time that Nigeria will qualify for the global competition, but until then, they have a hurdle ahead of them in Tunisia. That's all on the newsroom. Join us again at the top of the hour for more headlines. Thank you for watching.